Hello students, today we will see the remainder theorem. Okay. Now that theorem is if a polynomial p of x denoted by that p of x is divided by that divisor, suppose x plus a. Okay. If that polynomial p of x is divided by x plus a, then remainder is p of minus a. Okay, then that p of minus a is a remainder. Okay, and where a is real number. Okay, these are remainder theorem. If our given polynomial p of x is divided by this divisor x plus a, then the remainder is p of a, p of minus a. That means after substituting that value minus a in our given polynomial, whatever value you will get, that is our remainder, and where a is any real number, that means this value. Okay, we have to take the opposite of that a. Here a is positive, that is why minus a is taken over there as a remainder. So this is a remainder theorem. You will come to know what is that after taking examples. Okay, this is example number 1. Divide x raised to 4 minus 5x square minus 4x by x plus 3 and find the remainder. Okay, now we will use that remainder theorem and find the remainder. Okay, so by remainder theorem, that dividend polynomial p of x is x raised to 4 minus 5x square minus 4x. Okay, this is our dividend polynomial, and that x plus 3 is our divisor, and so here we will take that opposite of that 3. So opposite of plus 3 is minus 3. So therefore take x is equal to minus 3. Now our p of x is x raised to 4 minus 5x square minus 4x. Now we will take p of minus 3. That means after substituting the value of x as a minus 3. Now we will substitute the minus 3 wherever we will see that x. So minus 3 bracket raised to 4 minus 5 inside the minus 3 bracket square minus 4 into minus 3. So after substituting the value, that minus 3 raised to 4 will be 81 minus 45 will come plus 12. So the final answer will be 48. Therefore here we got p of minus 3 is 48. Therefore that 48 here we got after substituting the value as a minus 3 in our given polynomial. So therefore by factors by remainder theorem, remainder is 48. Okay, therefore by that remainder theorem, our remainder is 48. Whichever value you will get over here, that is our remainder. So this is the second example. By using remainder theorem, divide the polynomial x cube minus 2x square minus 4x minus 1 by x minus 1 and find the remainder. Okay, again we have to do same over here. Okay, that means we have to divide that given polynomial by x minus 1 and we have to find the remainder. So therefore by remainder theorem, that this one is our dividend. P of x is equal to x cube minus 2x square minus 4x minus 1. Okay, this is our dividend. That x minus 1 is our divisor. So we will take the opposite of that. Here we have minus 1, so we will take opposite of that minus 1. So we will take x is equal to 1. Okay, whichever is opposite of that 1. Now we will substitute that value. Therefore p of 1 is equal to, we will substitute that value in our given dividend. Okay, so wherever we will see that x, we will substitute the value 1. So 1 cube minus 2 inside the bracket 1 square minus 4 into 1 minus 1. So 1 cube is 1 minus that will be 2 minus 4 minus 1. Okay. So this value will be minus 6. Here we got therefore P of 1 is minus 6. Therefore remainder is minus 6. Therefore by remainder theorem we got the remainder as a minus 6. So this is the third example. If the polynomial t cube minus 3t square plus kt plus 50 is divided by t minus 3, the remainder is 62. Find the value of k. Okay, that means they have given that if we divide that given polynomial by t minus 3, we will get the remainder as a 62, and after that we need to find the value of k. Okay, that k is a variable, k is a constant term, and we need to find the value of k, unknown value. Okay, so if as they have given in a question, that means if we divide our given polynomial by t minus 3, we will get remainder as a 62. That means p of t is equal to 62. Here we got, okay, p of t we got as a 62. Now the polynomial we have, which is p of t cube minus 3t square plus kt plus 50. This is our polynomial. Now we substitute the value of that t. Okay, now put t is equal to 3, because the t is a minus 3 over here, we have to take the opposite of that, so it will be 3. So therefore p of 3 will be equal to, now we will substitute the value of 3 over here, wherever we will see that t, we will substitute the value of 3. So after substituting the value of 3, here instead of t, the 3 will come. Okay, that means they have given, if you divide that given polynomial by t minus 3, we will get answer as the remainder as a 62. That means if you take the opposite of that minus 3, it will be plus 3. That means p of 3 is a 62. Okay, now we will substitute that value. We will take that p of 3. Now p of 3 means after substituting the value of 3 inside our given polynomial, so we will substitute values 3 cube minus 3 square plus k into 3 plus 50. Which is equal to, now 3 square 27 minus that 3 square 9 into 3 27 minus 3k plus 50. So here we got 27 minus 27 plus 3k plus 50. Okay, that 27 and 27 will be cancelled, you will get 0 over there. So here we got 3k plus 50, p of 3 is equal to 3k plus 50, but we have the value of p of 3, but p of 3 is 62. Okay, we have that value p of 3. So now that p of 3 value 62 will substitute over here. Therefore 62 is equal to that 3k plus 50. Now we will find that value of k, as we have to find the value of k, that unknown value. So we will shift that 50 towards the left hand side. Therefore 62 minus 50 is equal to 3k. So 12 will remain, which is equal to 3k. K is equal to 12 upon 3. You can interchange their sides. So here we got k is equal to 12 upon 3. So k is equal to 4. So this is how we have to use that remainder theorem. So we have used that remainder theorem over here, and by using that remainder theorem, we got the value of k as a 4. So this is our next topic, factor theorem. Okay. Now that theorem is, if p of x is our given polynomial and a is any real number, then if you substitute that p of a, and we will get the value of that polynomial as a 0 after substituting that a as a, that means after substituting that value of x as a, then that x minus a is a factor of given polynomial. Okay, that means if p of x is our given polynomial and a is any real number, and after substituting, if you are substituting that value of a, that is a in our given polynomial, and we are getting remainder, that we are getting value as a 0. Okay, on that time value of 0, that means remainder as a 0. So on that time x minus a is a factor of that given polynomial. This is called as a factor theorem. Let's take example, you will come to know what is that. So this is our example based on that factor theorem. So if p of x is equal to x cube plus 4x minus 5 is divided by x minus 1, then find the remainder and hence determine whether that x minus 1 is a factor of that given polynomial or not. That we have to determine by finding the remainder. Okay, so our dividend p of x is equal to x cube plus 4x minus 5 and divisor is equal to x minus 1. Therefore, we will take the opposite of that x, we will take x is equal to 1 and now we will substitute that value in our given polynomial. So p of 1 is equal to, now we will substitute that 1 over here inside our given polynomial wherever we will see that x. So 1 cube plus 4 into 1 minus 5. So 1 cube is 1 plus 4 minus 5. So 1 plus 5 minus 5 which is equal to 0. Here we got p of 1 as 0. That means therefore that p of 1 we got as a 0, that means remainder we will get as a 0. Therefore by remainder theorem remainder is equal to 0. Here we got remainder as 0. Therefore we have seen just now that in factor theorem, if we will get remainder as a 0 in our given polynomial after substituting the value of any value in our polynomial, that means after substituting any value, we have substituted here x, here we have substituted 1. So here after substituting the value we got remainder as a 0, that means therefore x minus 1 is factor of p of x. Okay, why we have concluded that x minus 1 is a factor? Because we got remainder as a 0. So whenever we will substitute any value and we will get that remainder as a 0, that means that number is that divisor is a factor of that given polynomial. So there is a second example. If p of x cube, p of x is our given polynomial which is x cube plus 4x minus 5 is divided by x plus 2, then find the remainder and hence determine whether x plus 2 is a factor of the given polynomial p of x or not. Okay, what we had done in the previous example, that we have to do over here, that we will do here. So dividend p of x is equal to x cube plus 4x minus 5, divisor is equal to x plus 2. Here our divisor is changed, which is x plus 2. Therefore we will take x is equal to opposite of that plus 2 is minus 2, that we will take over here. Therefore p of minus 2. Now we have to find the value of p of minus 2 after substituting the value of x as a minus 2 in our given polynomial. So it will be equal to minus 2 bracket cube plus 4 into minus 2 minus 5, which is equal to, now cube of 2 is 8. So because of that minus sign we will get minus 8. Then 4 into 2 again minus 8 minus 5. So if you do the addition we will get minus 21. So here we got p of minus 2 as a minus 21. Therefore by remainder theorem remainder is whatever value we have got here, that is our remainder. Therefore remainder is equal to minus 21, which is not equal to 0. Okay, here that remainder we got as a minus 21 which is not equal to 0. That therefore according to our factor theorem we can conclude that given divisor x plus 2 is not a factor of given polynomial. Therefore x plus 2 is not factor of p of x. Why? Because remainder is not equal to 0. Here remainder we have got as a minus 21 which is not equal to 0. Therefore we can conclude that factor x plus 2 is not a factor of given polynomial. The third example, check whether x minus 2 is a factor of polynomial x cube minus x square minus 4 by using factors theorem. Okay, so here we have to check whether that x minus 2 is a factor of given polynomial or not. So our dividend is same, which is we will use that same method for solving. Dividend p of x is equal to x cube minus x square minus 4, divisor is x minus 2. Therefore we will take x is equal to opposite of that minus 2 which is plus 2. So we will take 2. Now we will find the p of 2 value, that we will substitute the value of 2 over here inside our given polynomial and we will see what is our remainder. So after substituting 2 we find the value 2 square minus 4, 8 minus 2 square 4 minus 4 which is equal to 8 minus 8 which is equal to 0. So therefore we got p of 2 as a 0, that means we will get remainder. So here we got p of 2 as a 0. So here we got p of 2 as 0. Therefore, by factors theorem, we can conclude that the remainder we got as 0. Therefore, we can conclude that divisor, which is x minus 2. Therefore, x minus 2 is factor of given polynomial, which is x cube minus x square minus 4. Okay, so this is how we have to solve that examples. This is a fourth example. If x minus 1 is a factor of the polynomial x cube minus 2x square plus mx minus 4, then find the value of m. That means that unknown value that we have to find over here. Here they have given already that x minus 1 is a factor. That means after substituting that value 1, we will get remainder as 0. That they have given already. So we have to use that property. That means we have to use that factor theorem over there, and we have to find the value of that unknown. Therefore, we will do same over here. The dividend we have p of x, which is x cube minus 2x square plus mx minus 4, and divisor we have x minus 1. So as they have given that divisor is a factor of that given polynomial, therefore we can say that p of 1 is equal to 0. That means after taking that value, that means opposite of that 1 is minus 1, opposite of minus 1 is plus 1. So that means after taking that value, we will get remainder as 0. Therefore, now we will substitute that value over here. Our p of x is, polynomial is x cube minus 2x square plus mx minus 4. Now we will substitute that value p of 1. Whenever we will see that x, we will substitute 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square plus m into 1 minus 4 is equal to cube of 1 minus 2 plus m minus 4. So p of 1, again p of 1 is equal to that 1 minus 2 minus 4 minus 6 plus 1 minus 2 minus 4 will be minus 6, 1 minus 6 plus m. So p of 1 is equal to 1 minus 6 will be minus 1 plus m. That we can write m minus 5. We can write like that. Okay. Now here we got p of 1 as a m minus 5. But we know the p of 1 is 0. That means value of this term, right? Left hand side is 0. But p of 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, we will substitute that value p of 1 is equal to 0 over here, and we will find the value of that unknown term, which is 0 is equal to m minus 5. So m will be equal to 5. So here we got that unknown term, which is m, and which is equal to 5. This is how we have to solve that example. So that practice set 3.5 is your homework, and in that practice set, question number 10, 11, 12 and 13, that 4 questions are reduced from your syllabus. Okay, that reduced from your syllabus, that means that will not come in your exam, but you can practice for your practice. Okay, you can solve for your practice. So that's it, that will be your homework. I have questions I will send in your group. Thank you.